I arrived there in November 2009 in a city called Hyderabad, which is in the centre of India, really. India, when you arrive at the airports, there are thousands of people all lined up everywhere, watching, waiting to take your luggage, get you a taxi, everything you could possibly name, they could find you. And I was waiting for somebody who I didn't know, no idea who was coming to meet me. They had no idea who I was. And I had two enormous suitcases and a little one, because I'd brought a lot of training materials, DVDs, workshops, etc., that I hoped would be useful. And I was pushing this I got to the exit and realised I hadn't found who was supposed to collect me. So I had to turn it all round and push against the crowd. And that is about how I felt at the time, that I was actually pushing against everything else that was me, and then everything else. So I was feeling a little bit vulnerable, tired after a long flight, but then smiling faces were there to meet me, and everything changed. I went to this centre that BHUMI has. No idea what it was going to be like, who would be there, knowing absolutely nothing. And I arrived and I went into the main room, which is an office, and there was no one there. And it was just me with my little computer, and I sat there thinking, what am I going to do now for that, and how long will it be before someone comes? Mujib, our boss, arrived, and he said, are you ready to go to meet a company we'd like to do some training with? He said, do you want to come? He said, because I think it'd be good for you. So that was my straight in at the deep end, pitching for a training project, none of which I had any idea what he was talking about, because I didn't understand the organisation, didn't know that this was one of the key ways of making money, was to sell training programs for executives to come and work in the slum with us. And I wasn't me, sort of listening to him and being asked questions by the guy on the other side of the table. I knew absolutely nothing, but I managed to get through it. And came out and felt, baptism of fire. And I think I passed. So I took Mujib, asked him to spend a day with me, and we drew charts, and I took notes of how BHUMI had started, why he'd started it, the sorts of things they do, the people that work there. And gradually I sort of disseminated all this information into something that I could work with, and I could understand how BHUMI needed to move forward. BHUMI means earth in Hindi, or ground. Women of my age, they didn't have a job. They never had the opportunity of a job. They were brought up, went into an arranged marriage, and just on the pavements you see people sleeping during the day and the night.